hi. I just turned 24 years old today, and these are some of the things that I wish I had learned much earlier in life. Number one is value the relationships that you have. You see, back in high school, I was a bit popular because I was, a bit smart and stuff. So I was known, I heard people reaching out to me on social media, hey, I like you, and or even instances where people would, like scream my name in public. It was really cool, but most of the time I found this really annoying because I don't know why, but I just never really appreciated how this kind of life would be something that I might never possibly get to experience ever again. I always thought that I would have better relationships maybe when I go to university. But currently I'm in university now, and there's never been not even one person who's told me that she has a crush on me. And I'm in third year now. So value the relationships, not only romantic, but with your friends, how much they mean to you. When you have a falling out with someone, take the initiative sometimes to just try to fix things, because I remember having such a huge ego that I never ever wanted to fix any relationship because I just, didn't want to be weak or something. So, yeah, that's something that I wish I learned so much easier, because the relationships that you form in high school and during your teenage years really go a long way. Some of the friends that I had then are still the people that I only trust right now. So, that's something that I would like for you to take into consideration. Number two is make as many mistakes as possible. I wish somebody told me this. You see, most of the time when we're teenagers, we don't really have the, like full autonomy of making decisions and just being ourselves. And so it's like our parents honestly have a lot to do with this. But if I could go back right now in time, I would be okay with trying out everything I wanted to try. A lot of us have got this mentality of thinking I'm a perfectionist, but in reality, most of the people are not really perfectionists, but just starting something is really hard. And the psychology of making mistakes, when you know for a fact that you might likely make mistakes because you're not good at something, just makes it harder for you to actually do the thing. But if there's anything that I've learned is right now I'm making the most money that I've ever made in my entire life, and it's largely due to the fact that I just nowadays put myself out there. I'm going to start this new job. I don't have to be perfect at it. I'll ask as many questions as possible. I don't mind if I'll seem like I'm dumb, because I am and I want to learn. And the more mistakes you make, the easier it's going to be for you to actually make so much progress, because it's like making a 1% improvement every day will amount to like something like 37% or something. I don't know if the math is correct, but something like that. So yeah, just be okay with making mistakes. You don't have to be perfect at what you do. Just be okay with trying to learn along the way. Thirdly, move at your own pace. Nowadays, because of social media, we have this perspective that, like perception that, you're 21, you're 19, you're 18, and you feel like you're moving behind. You see someone with a Lamborghini, with a McLaren and all of that, and you're like, I'm not doing enough. I'm not. Nah, that's not the reality of things. Social media is only a small fraction of, the reality of, what it takes to actually be successful. A lot of the people who claim to be successful, are actually scammers or whatever. Like, it's not always the entire story. And even if they actually do make it, the outliers. There's over 100 million plus creators on YouTube. Only 500,000 of those people have like 100,000 subscribers. And if we're talking about people with a million plus subscribers, the number is so small. I think it's like 0.02%. That's a very little. So that just says that, you're not late. In fact, you're very, very, early if you're already thinking that the fact that you're trying to make progress just says a lot about how much early you are and you're not late. So just don't pressure yourself into thinking that you're not doing too much, you're not doing enough. And number four is develop a good relationship with yourself. I think this is something that I never really get to hear a lot, but your entire life depends on how much, like how much of a good relationship you have with yourself. And when I say a good relationship with yourself, what I mean is your mental health, your physical health, the way you understand yourself. Stop running away from the deep conversations within yourself, because it is easy for you to lie to me. It is easy to lie to your friends, but deep down, you know the truth. And I think developing this um, skill of you being honest with yourself is something that a lot of people can really benefit from. If you feel something, just understand, like, why do I feel this? Am I jealous? Why do I? A lot of, like, humans are just wired to not, uh, you know, be in danger. And that's how it's like when you're confronting yourself about these things. And so it's like you're wired to not do that. But the more you do it and train yourself to just be honest with yourself, this will really help you to develop a good relationship with yourself. So on the list, last but not the least, I have a bonus point, by the way, which is the sixth point. But the fifth is everything eventually works out. This is something that I wish I really honestly knew about a long time ago, because I have always been someone who worries about, is this going to work out? Is it going to be better tomorrow? Is this what? And it just, distracts me from being present in the present moment, you know? And this is really bad, because the future belongs to those who work for it in the present. And so everything you do in the present is definitely, like, is eventually going to carry into your future. So instead of worrying about, whether or not something is going to work out, the only thing you should worry about is just doing your best. Just do the best that you can, just try to enjoy the process. And honestly, a lot of people say, enjoy the process. If you don't love what you do, if you don't enjoy what you're doing, then you're doing the wrong thing. That's not always true. Developing the discipline, developing the routine, the consistency comes with a lot of pain. You're fatigued, you're tired, you don't want to do the work, you're not in the mood for it, but you just have to get up. So this is that. So, but eventually everything works out, and just be patient with yourself. Last but not the least on this list is you can achieve anything that you want. This is something that I actually only got to know about when I was like 23. I grew up thinking that engineers can only be certain smart people. These people can only be people from this kind of background, until I came to the realization. I was like, why can't I be this thing? You know, of course, maybe I have a disadvantage. It is easier for somebody who's been studying certain disciplines or who's been doing certain things to become this person. But why can't I be that person? Of course, it might be much harder for me. It doesn't mean that I can't do it. The only thing required for you to achieve the things that you want is just to put your mind to it and actually do it. That is all. You can be everything and anything that you want. Hi. So thank you for watching this video. That's all I wish to share. I turned 24 today. I don't have very good relationships. I'm trying to work on it. And some of the things that I like, most of the things that I've said on this list are things that I really wish somebody had told me. And yeah, so thank you for watching. Subscribe if possible. Goodbye.